In all of fantasy, there is one rarity that defies comprehension. Seldom seen due to their apparent uselessness and ostracizing effeminacy, researchers have long sought to track and observe this most elusive of adventurers in their native environs. Ladies and gentlemen, join us today as we examine the Bard.
The Bard is a complicated case. It's an old, special trade we oft cling to with an almost irrational fondness.
The frivolity introduced by the Bard creates a fascinating contrast to a vocation that's more commonly mired in tactile violence.
Gay. I mean, when presented with a choice of sword, shield, spellbook, whatever, I wouldn't stop and say, gee, I wish I had a lute. Seriously, who starts a career in adventuring like that?
You're a doctor of what again?
Oh, doctor? Hell no, I'm just pissed off.
The process of becoming a bard used to be quite a complicated one. It was a high achievement back in the Golden Age, a proud accomplishment for any adventurer. Now it's a simple thing, but who would want it? We find the modern-day bard almost good at everything. A jack of all trades, if you will.
Jackass of all trades. Up top, yeah.
Imagine, if you will, a battlefield. You have all these austere mercenaries, fighters, wizards, clerics, rogues, all with appropriate weaponry. Well, what you'd expect, really, in a dangerous enterprise. The iconic warriors face off with grim determination, and the only release is jaunty rhythm. And that is where we find him. Majestic, really. A beautiful peacock presenting his tail feathers to fascinate and incapacitate his opponents, overcoming their wills with sheer force of bardic performance. Do you have a tender twig?
Setting aside the timeless debate of saving versus dying, the bard's ability to control through performance is still subject to a specific riposte. One which, unfortunately, is only useful in this limited situation. I give you the countersong, an epic struggle of bard on bard.
Epic struggle or epic fail? Pound it.
Pound it?
Pound it.
Pound it.
Beauty. Power. Castañatas. I rest my case.
The bard's usefulness extends beyond combat. His breadth of knowledge is meritorious. Picking up tidbits from everywhere he's traveled, groups find use in the myriad of subjects he's at least passing familiar with. Also consider his ability to inspire competence. In nearly any situation, the bard's galvanizing performances can turn the tide from disappointing failure to soaring success. An adventurer would be foolish to shy away from the small insights and subtle boosts of morale provided by the bard.
This jack-off is a danger to my reputation. I'm more likely to clock him than accomplish the task at hand. It's ridiculous.
Ignoring the empirical benefits of the interplay between insight and morale in favor of what others think of you, that's ridiculous.
All right. Touché. Allow me to break it down for you. I mean, sure, this bard could buff me up. He could motivate me to fight better, hit harder, etc., etc. But I got a guy that can do this with a snap of his fingers. Same benefits, half the embarrassment. And now, I don't have to be seen with jiggles over there.
Mike is suffering from a suppressed childhood. He's the type of boy who could use a rousing frolic.
Do I fancy a what? A jig? I don't fancy anything. What are you, British?
There are so many merits. With a bit of attention, the bard may yet make a comeback.
It would take clever people with dedication to revivify this dwindling profession.
And would Mike Keller be one of these people?
Mike would be held back because of his denial.
His denial?
Mike is likely closeted.
What? This interview is over. Bards suck. I like boobs.
And so we draw to a close. Yet the inexplicable mystique of the bard remains. With no renown and few marketable skills, can this once respected specialty regain its former glory? Trapped between nostalgic fondness and the harsh realities of modern adventuring, only time will tell.